main focus, no AI, solving these problems, zero AI. Again, I get that it can be solved extremely fast with AI, but that's not the point, yada, yada, yada. So that's pretty much it. And I'm just going to get right to it. I have not touched this account at all since the last time we saw each other. I don't remember what the last thing was that I did. I'm just gonna. This is the first thing I see. It's an easy one, so I'm gonna start here and hope that I can actually solve it. It's gonna be very embarrassing if I can't, because I haven't done a single I haven't done a single coding challenge for years, my guy, for years. I do write Rust nowadays though, but we're gonna go with. I'm just gonna do good old JavaScript. I can't be fucked with the types. Where the fuck is JavaScript? Did I pass it 100 times? There it is. Okay, so as I usually do, I'm going to read the prompt. I've never looked at this before. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. All I know is that it's called divisible sum pairs. So, given an array of integers and a positive integer k, determine the number of I, j pairs where I is less than j and I guess array at index I plus array at index j is divisible by k. Example, you have an array, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looking for, I guess, k. K is supposed to be the addition of 2 need to be divisible by k. Okay, so in this case, 5. So something like 5 would be divisible by 5. So 2 and 3, I'm guessing 1 and 4, and yeah, and 4 and 6. Okay, that makes sense. 3 pairs meet the criteria: 1, 4, 2, 3, and 4, 6. Function description. Complete the divisible sum pairs functions in the editor below. Divisible sum pairs has the following parameters: integer in, the length of array, so the input is the length of the array. Where's the thing at? Here we go. Divisible, so we get in, which is the length of the array. Int rn, an array of integers, so array of in length, and int k, the integer divisor. Okay, so we have the length here, which I don't really know why they gave us a length as an argument, because we could just get a length from this, but whatever. It doesn't matter. K, and then that. Okay. Int, the number of pairs, input format. The first line contains 2 space separated integers. In and k, the second line contains in space separate integers, each a value of array I. I'm gonna have to read that again. Sorry, my brain kind of spaced as I was reading it. The first line contains 2 space separated integers, in and k. The second line contains, oh, this is just the input format. Okay, well, in our case, it's literally arguments to this, so we don't have to worry about that. Constraints: 2 is less than or equal to in, is less than or equal to 100. I don't need to worry about that. I don't think I need to worry about any of this. Well, I guess this one. 1 is less than ri is less than 100. So I know that it's going to be, I know that each item in the array is going to be between 1 and 100. Or it's going to be between 0 and 101. 1 is also going to k, and then k is also going to be between 0 and 101. 1 to 100 inclusive. Sample input, yada yada, sample output 5. So wait, so what is it expecting again? Positive integer, given an array of integers and positive integer, determine the number of, so we're doing a count. So since we're counting, we know that we're going to need a, it's going to need to be a let count. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can't see it. So we need a count. We're going to start this at 0 because, I mean, it just needs to be 0. It's a number, and there's, you get why it needs to be 0. Okay, let's see. Here are the 5 valid pairs when k equals 3. So the way that I'm thinking about it from a brute force perspective is I just need to iterate, because they're pairs, so that immediately makes me think like a 2-pointer solution. I'm sure there's a more efficient solution, but I'm just thinking of the first thing that pops in my head, the easiest thing that I can think of to solve the problem. And I'm thinking of just looking at the first one, scanning ahead, looking at the next one, scanning ahead. And that's essentially going to cover pretty much everything. So that's what I'm thinking. And then just take the numbers, add them together, I believe, right? IJ pairs with I, RI plus RJ is divisible by K. Yeah. So yeah, just adding them together. And sorry, I'm a little sick, so my nose is a little stuffy. Adding them together and dividing by K. So immediately first thing, 2 pointers. I'm gonna do two loops. So for let I equal 0, I is less than r dot length. I is less than r dot length. R dot length is a +1 to the way that arrays are indexed in JavaScript. So that should be fine. I plus plus. And then now we need the j. I and j. Yep. So let j equal, and we're going to start at I plus 1. I plus 1. I think. I have no fucking clue. Let j equal I plus 1. J is less than r dot length and j plus plus. So essentially, if I is at index 2, I want j to start at index 3, and we're going to just immediately add those together. So we're going to say val is equal to k divided by ri plus r. What's 1r? rj. And then I gotta use my arrow keys because there's no motions, I don't think. So k is divided by those. I know that that can't be 0 because of our constraints over here on the side. And I think that's how it works. Or is it the other way around? R1 plus 2 equals 3. 5 valid pairs. Let's see. So it's 6. 6 divided by 3, 6 divided by 3. Here we have 9. 9 divided by 6. Oh, interesting. Is divisible by k. So sample output's 5, n is 6, k is 3. Oh, k is 3 here. Okay. So k is 3. We have 3 divided by 3, 3, 9 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3. So that all works. And I guess the way that we can figure out if it's a valid division is to use the modulo, not the division thing. So we're gonna say let's just console log val, just for so we can see what's happening. And we need to, there's going to be bounds. So if j is less than that, well, what if we are on, so what if I is on array dot length minus 1, right? So this one we probably need to stop 1 before we get to the end, and then that way we're not going too far with j. J will start it. So if it's a length of 6, this will stop at 4, because I needs to be less than the length minus 1. The length is 6, minus 1 is 5. It needs to be less than that, so we'll stop at 4. And then j will start at 5. It'll add those to them because j is less than the length. Length is 6. When it hits the end of that, it's going to quit. And then we're just going to console.log count just for now. Oh, shoot, let me annotate it. Count like that. Let's run it and see what happens. See what we get. So output is undefined. For what? That doesn't tell me nothing. Is there no console or anything I can look at? Because I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, here we go. Debug. So val is 3, val 0, 3, 1, 0, 3, 3, 3, 3. So I think what we're looking for is 0. The expected output's 5, and if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, that's only 4. We're expecting 5. So let's do, let's say if val is equal to 0, then count plus equals 1. Okay, and then I don't know if we return count like that. Let's run it, see what we get. I think we're gonna get 4. We are gonna get 4. So the input is 6, 3. We should get, so this is that example there. We should get a 5. And what we're probably missing is, let's log the ones that were 0, so we can see what all we have, and that'll show us what we don't have. So console.log have, we're going to say R-I R-J. Let's add a little dash in here. That, run code. So we have 1-2, 1-2, 2-1, and 1-2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. 3, 6 did not. 3, 6 did not do it. And that's because I have this backwards. So this probably needs to go here. Run code. Perfect. Okay, so that passed. So the reason you probably know by basic division, if I'm dividing k, if k is, I don't know, 3, and I'm dividing that by ri plus rj, which is 9, 3 divided by 9 is not a valid, when looking at this one, it's not valid. You're going to have remainders. And we're specifically looking for the remainder, which is what the modulo essentially returns. If there's any remainders, if there's no remainder, that means it's an even, a clean division. So it would be 0, and we're dividing by this, so this would be 9 divided by our input k. And I'm willing to bet that this is going to not pass all the test cases, because I'm probably missing something. Oh shit, it passed. Hey! Unexpected pass. Okay. Give me a break. I've not done any algorithm stuff. Now, granted, this was a super simple one. Extremely simple, even. It was it was meant to be super easy. The whole point of what I'm doing is to read it, talk it out, kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want it to be super fast and like, ooh, look how quick I can solve these algorithm challenges. No, I just want it to be a thoughtful thing. I want it to be something that I'm vocalizing, and I'm trying to sort of give other people sort of an idea of how I think about this sort of stuff. Not that matters, but I see a lot of people, they'll think that they have to hold it all in their head. Like, the more quiet they are, the smarter they are. I used to see that in school a long time ago. Back in math class, people would be trying to, they're afraid to write it down. They want to try to solve it just in their mind. And I think it's a good idea to do that. I can't wait to get into the more advanced stuff and really struggle. And these videos end up being like fucking an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours long because I can't figure the shit out. But I'm uh I'm actually I'm surprised, even though this is just a simple challenge. I'm surprised I actually solved it the first try. I think the future's bright. All right, so I submitted it. Congratulations, you solved the challenge. Would you like to challenge your friends? No, I earned 10 points. I'm now 23 points away from third star for a problem solving badge. Yeah, that's about it. I can't wait. I can't wait to keep this going. I like it. And in a world of where AI is doing everything for everybody, I think it's a nice little break from the reality that we live in, to kind of get down and dirty and struggle a little bit. So I'll see you in another one. Thanks for watching. Deuces.